my channel, Cornish Chris the Fish. I think I should explain that. I'm a fly fisherman, have been for at least 20 years. I love fly fishing for most species, salmon, sea trout and wild brown trout. I've been very fortunate to have had the opportunity to fish on some amazing chalk streams in the southeast of the UK. I've also had the opportunity to travel to Scotland and to Wales and fish on some of the most beautiful stretches of rivers for salmon, for sea trout, for wild brown trout. I don't tend to go to lakes that often, still waters. I just find them slightly boring. That being said, I do go sometimes. If I can't get onto a river, maybe the river's in spate or it's really low, then I'll go over to a lake just for some sport. But predominantly I fish rivers in the UK. This is my adventure. The channel is called Cornish Chris the Fish. I've explained why the fish bit is there, but I also should explain that I'm from Cornwall. I was born in Truro, that's the city of Cornwall, and I grew up in Hale and Penzance. I've been up living in the home counties and London for the best part of 20 odd years, and I think most of my accent is pretty gone. I'm certainly not as broad as some of my relatives and some of my friends. They say how posh I sound, but hopefully there's a little bit of a twang in there, and it comes out more when I'm drunk. There we are. So it comes out more when I've had a few drinks. Anyway, this is my channel. I hope to share with you the highs and the lows of an individual who's decided to have a break from the traditional buy a house and live in it and pay the mortgage and all those kind of things, and I'm going to do something called full-time touring, which I'm really interested in understanding. I have the opportunity to do it, so why not? I'd much rather do this, have the experience, than think or regret that I never took the chance. I must say a few shout outs to the people who've inspired me to do this. There's a number of YouTube channels which I follow, and YouTube has been the source of the majority of my information. So the people who've inspired me to kind of make this complete change in my life, Andrew Disson with his YouTube channel, specifically the videos on living simply and full-time touring, absolutely really motivational, incredible videos. The Trudgeons helping me choose a caravan. The caravan vlogger, I think it's called Graham. I watch his channels with great amusement and find it really funny. And then all the other amazing YouTubers who film their activities when they're fishing. Too many to name, but what I'll do is I'll drop a list of all their YouTube channels in the comments below, and you can check them out as well. It'd be great if you subscribed or followed, but it's just great to have you along for this video. Another person who's really inspired me and gave me great inspiration throughout the pandemic was an individual called Brent, and he runs a YouTube channel called Living in My Ghost Town. He's in America, and I just found his sort of story and the way he spoke so emotively about this complete change in lifestyle for him. And he bought a ghost town, an old mining town called Cerro Gordo in Nevada, Death Valley, and has moved there and basically is charting his his journey to rebuilding this former mining town. And I just find things like that to be exceptionally motivational. Absolutely. There's another YouTube channel which I found exceptionally good, and that is Abby Barnes. She has an amazing story talking about her mental health, and certainly when I was feeling pretty depressed and quite sort of low at times during the pandemic, I found her courage and her I just found her channel really motivating and really kind of like emotionally stabilizing for me, because she was pouring her heart out on camera and sharing the highs and the lows. And you know, I kind of feel I want to do the same thing with my channel. I want to share everything that's going well and also things that maybe don't go so well. I'm slightly older than the Instagram generation, really, and I've followed a lot of people who have done things like van life and things like that, but it always seems to be everything's amazing, everything's really good. But there's one channel that I find really good, actually, and that's Lost in Transit. This is a couple that are traveling around the country, and I only found out a few videos in watching their channel that they're from Cornwall, so that's cool. So they really motivated me to do this as well. Now they're a lot younger, you know, they've got a bit more energy, they can do a lot more exciting things, I suppose, but I just found the way they constructed their channel and the way they put out their content to be really inspirational. So thank you, everybody. I've been asked a few times when I've been talking with friends about planning this sort of adventure, this sort of non-stop road trip. Why have I chosen to go with a caravan rather than a motorhome or a camper van? And the simple reason is because for me it's all about the fishing, and I'm slightly older, so I like certain comforts. I like having the ability to have my own space, to have a little bit more room to stretch out. But more importantly, I drive a 4x4. This is a Mitsubishi Shogun, and I need this 4x4 in many occasions to get to some of the fishing beats, and some of the access is really tight. And the last thing I'd want to do is to be trying to get down a muddy field or back up a muddy field to the road in a camper van, which is my home. And so for me, I find people that do the camper vans and the motorhome thing brilliant, fantastic. But for me, it doesn't really work. I might change my tune in 12 months' time, but I doubt it. I also like staying on caravan sites. Oh, here we go, caravan nerd, boring. I like staying on caravan sites because, you know, showers, chance to do your laundry, running water, and also I'm doing this on my own, and I'm going to be joined hopefully by some friends along the way who'll be coming up to stay and to fish with me. I've got my good friend, well, my best mate actually, Scott, who's going to be joining me in Scotland in a few days' time, and he will be joining me to fish for salmon. We may even go for some sea trout, it all depends. But other than that, I'm pretty much going to be on my own. At some point in July, I'm going to America fishing. Woo-hoo! But I'm also going for work because I'm going to attend a martial arts conference. So yeah, I'm going to go out in July, and I'm hoping to go to Nevada, and I'm hoping to go to the ghost town and meet Brent. Whether or not that'll happen, I don't know. But anyway, I'll be fishing in America, I'm going to be fishing in Scotland, I'm going to be fishing in Wales and Ireland. I may even make it over to Europe, and I hope you'll join me. Thanks for tuning in.